yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to 10 Things. We're hoping you're enjoying the show so far.
I know I am.
Oh, also, real quick, those who are following our Facebook stuff, baby photos will be posted on our website within a week, so keep an eye out for that.
Mine won't be a baby photo. Mine will be me without a beard.
It's
Slightly more terrifying,
And you
actually.
have a mullet, right?
Yes.
I love
The
it.
90s happened.
Yeah, but let me tell you, the photos we have for Gavin are priceless.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
So our top 10 list is the top 10 things in comic books that really would work very well, either in reality or actually just in general. This is sort of like the worst kind of concept, or would be a really good Mythbusters episode. Your choice.
yeah, pretty much.
So number 10 is Jeffries.
So, flight. Seriously. We can't fly. I want to fly, but we can't fly. Why can we not fly? Why do we come up with these imaginative things that we can never do? Why? I want to fly. I want to take my enemy up in the air and drop him 10,000 feet from the sky.
I think it's also the fact that at certain points of the altitude, the air gets colder, thinner, you start losing oxygen. Also,
gravity
forward
sucks.
momentum. Yeah, forward. What happens also when you fall asleep? You're just flying, and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, that food, I shouldn't have had too much burrito food. Oh, now I'm dead.
That's terrible.
I know.
Let's
I'm
go to number
horrible.
9. This
Number
one's a
9
good
is
one.
mine, X-ray vision. Now, X-rays do not work the way that Superman tells you. Also, if you use X-ray vision, like let's say I do this, and I go, Jeffrey, nice.
I feel so exposed right now.
Also, I've just sterilized him and exposed him to high levels of radiation that will probably give him cancer. X-ray vision doesn't work like that. Also, X-ray vision doesn't really work that well on buildings. What you would see is this horrible cloudy mess that looks like bad pea soup, and at most you'd basically see is really bad shadows when it comes to clothing. Also, sterilization. That happens.
And if you ever get X-ray vision, remind me to wear lots of lead so you can't see
Also,
through it.
again, we're giving lead poisoning to the entire staff.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
says I don't have X-ray vision?
So here's another one. Super strength. Even though that there's been some world-breaking records way out there, super strength.
Jason Momoa.
Let me tell you though, super strength, it doesn't really happen. You can't lift up, you can't stop a meteor because you can't fly, so you can't stop a meteor from hitting the earth. You can't stop a moving train, but you can still pull a plane if it's on wheels.
Also, you stop a moving train, the forward velocity plus your impact equals you all over the floor.
What he said.
Also, just to let you know, super strength. Also, try to imagine you accidentally hug somebody. You're like, man, I love you, girl.
Hashtag also dead.
Dead.
Just like
Yes.
the other
Like
X-ray
this.
and the flying.
Yes.
All these lead to death. I
Right.
don't like these superpowers.
So,
I love these superpowers.
Now, one that won't lead to death but will lead to awkwardness is my number 7, which is invincibility. Now, we all see Superman. Hold on, hear me out. See, there's a great role-playing game called Mutant City Blues, which talks about invincibility. The problem with invincibility is this: if I was to shoot Jeffrey won't feel it. Correct? That's how
that?
invincibility works. So
What?
here's the problem: Jeffrey also wouldn't be able to feel his loved one touching him, or a dog kissing, or anything. You wouldn't feel anything. It'd be like this wall. You'd be in a bubble for the rest of your natural existence, not able to feel the loving touch of another. But you are bulletproof, so...
Hashtag also my life sucks.
Right. So you will be bulletproof, but unfortunately you won't feel the sun warming your body or your lover sitting next to you. Depressing and sad.
Pretty much.
Hashtag sad. Hashtag number 6.
Hashtag rich vigilantes.
Top 1% my butt.
You know what? I'm gonna let you take this one. You wanted to take this, so go ahead.
No, it's all yours.
All right, fine. Rich vigilantes. Seriously, superheroes, villains, all rich and powerful. Blah 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 blah. They're not going out there saving the world.
They will go out
There's
there.
a lot of rich people out there, and a lot of them are not doing jack squat. Hashtag also I hate you all for being so richer than I.
Also,
Hashtag we're poor.
Also, to be fair, if they were super rich and they were going to commit villainy, would they really do it themselves? Lex Luthor needs to learn how to do micromanagement.
And technically, hashtag also, we already have a rich vigilante. And he's in power. And he's being a jerk.
No, he's not a vigilante. He's a supervillain.
Oh, that's right, supervillain.
Because even Lex Luthor sold his company.
Yeah,
So,
Lex
getting out of
Luthor
politics.
is better than you.
So-
All right.
so you
hashtag
went-
also number 5.
Hashtag also number 5. Junior superheroes. Children superheroes. Okay, if we thought rich superheroes were a bad idea, wait till you get to the kids. Children are obnoxious little brats, full of snot and only want one thing: cookies, and getting their way. Add super strength, invulnerability, heat vision, all sorts of superpowers to them. And what do you have? You have a disaster for a nightmare. Remember that episode of the Twilight Zone?
Babysitting's gonna suck.
Yeah, you remember that episode of the Twilight Zone where the kid had mind powers and could change reality, and the entire town was basically subjugated to his whims and wills? Well, that would happen. Except now imagine a national level. Imagine Superman as an 8-year-old child throwing a tantrum, and Smallville becoming a small crater amongst the way. Junior superheroes are not just unrealistic, they're also kind of dangerous and the worst things ever. Think like, a couple animes, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's true.
It is.
Now, hashtag number 4.
Hashtag body shapes. Body shapes. The ability to change your body from really big to really, really tall to really, really tiny and getting around anywhere you want to. I'm going to fit through that air vent because I'm really tiny. I'm going to go through that door because it's locked, but I want to break it down. I can get really big. We can't do that.
No. Also, Strongman from
I am a stick.
Also, Strongman for the X-Force had a heart problem when every time he used his powers, it would give him a heart attack and nearly kill him.
Yep.
Ant-Man would, of course, go insane using his powers. And
Don't forget the Hulk. He would always rip his clothes.
The Hulk would always rip his clothes. And according to one story, he will eventually get cancer and die from his own blood. It happens.
But it's okay. He'll come back soon enough. Issue number so-and-so.
Yes. Colon with an asterisk, and number 3, because I decided to change things up. Regeneration. Healing factors. They don't work like that!
No.
Okay, look, the best use of healing factor is at the end of Logan, where he still has all of his wounds. You're still feeling it. You want the best look of healing and superpowers? Look at Painkiller Jane. She had a healing factor, but still felt all the pain. Also, if I broke your arm and it healed in 5 seconds, it's probably not going to heal correctly, and we're going to have to break it a couple more times just to get the bone to set in the right place, so you're not limped with a sort of bizarre mutant arm that's like going in 13 different directions. Also, Gavin, that's not how that works, and we've had this discussion. That's not how Wolverine's junk works. So, yeah. Now on to hashtag with at number 2.
I just learned something new. Hashtag the posing. There's a lot of poses out there that we just cannot do. Maybe we can do. Maybe there are people who can do it. But I don't have the balance. She doesn't have the balance. He doesn't have the balance. We all don't have the balance to do it. We can't fly in the air and go, whoop. Like, my foot, I can't be on my very tiptoe. Maybe a dancer could do it, but I can't. Not everyone can do the poses that they want to do. And Superman, you suck.
Stop touching the table. You're dropping them insane.
I know.
Also, posing gives the villains enough time to aim the gun and shoot you in the face.
Exactly.
That's good times.
Look at me.
So our number 1, my hashtag add an asterisk sign with a capital V.
Oh, this
is no government regulations. So here's the deal, guys. Imagine a bunch of superheroes, supervillains start showing up. What's going to happen? Hero regulations. Government's going to start regulating all that stuff. You want to become a superhero? You got to start filling out the paperwork because we need to have insurance because you can't just bust up a building without doing all that fun things.
Yep.
Government regulations.
You better sign up here. We're going to put a chip in you. Blah, 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 this. Oh, and don't forget, you're now a criminal because you destroyed half the city, even though you saved us.
Right. Or, you know what, you didn't fill out the proper paperwork. Really good example of this also is One Punch Man from the anime, where actually you have to fill out all the paperwork and literally entire cities go away in like one episode. And government regulations would totally be a thing. And the fact that in Marvel that actually became such a big plot point that they actually caused a civil war over it, it still would happen, guys.
Where are the Avengers now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give you a hint, guys. Even after that big massive battle, they still would implicate the Hero Registration Act. It would still happen. And most Americans would actually side with it because it would kind of scare the hell out of everybody that somebody could explode and, destroy an entire city block, and yet they'd still be alive.
Pretty much. So, everyone, that was our top 10 things right here. And we're about to go up to a little intro of Pocky Box. Stay tuned.
I can't wait to see what I do.
You're going to do something?
I don't know.
Stay tuned.